The bell above the bakery door jingled as a man in an old brown jacket stepped inside, brushing snow off his shoulders. His hands trembled slightly as he held a wrinkled receipt. The smell of vanilla and frosting filled the air, but he looked more anxious than excited. "Hey, I'm sorry," he said to the cashier, his voice low. "Can I cancel that order?" "The birthday cake for Lily." "The princess one?" The young cashier blinked. "Sir, it's ready. It's got her name and everything." He swallowed hard. "Yeah, I know, but..." Something came up. "I'll pick it another time." In the corner booth, Ava Thompson, a 34-year-old CEO of one of New York's fastest-growing food chains, was sipping her coffee after a meeting. She watched the exchange quietly. She noticed the man's shoes, wet, worn out, and his tired eyes that couldn't meet the cashier's. Something about the word cancel made her chest tighten. As the man turned to leave, Ava saw the cake box, pink ribbon, gold letters spelling Happy 7th Birthday Lily. She felt a sudden urge to follow him. Ava stepped outside, pulling her coat tight. The man was walking toward a beat-up sedan parked across the street. She called out, "Hey, excuse me." He turned, startled. Yeah? I'm sorry, I overheard you in there. You were canceling a cake?" He looked embarrassed. "Yeah, just... things didn't work out this month. Bills, you know. My daughter's 7 today. She'll understand." Ava's heart sank. "You were gonna surprise her?" He smiled faintly. "She wanted a princess cake with sparkles. I told her maybe next time." The honesty in his voice stung. She'd seen numbers, profits, and charts her whole life, but not something this raw. "What's your name?" she asked. Ethan Parker," she nodded. "Well, Ethan, what if I told you birthdays shouldn't wait for next time?" He frowned. "Ma'am, I appreciate it, but I'm not taking help." Ava smiled slightly. "Then don't, just let me invest in happiness." He looked confused as she pulled out her phone, dialing the bakery. "Hi, this is Ava Thompson. Put that princess cake back on hold. I'll take care of it." Ethan's eyes widened. "You don't even know us," Ava shrugged. "Maybe I don't need to." Camera cue, close up on her eyes, hint of empathy. Ambient snow sounds. Emotional piano builds softly. They sat in his car for a moment to warm up. The heater barely worked. "You really didn't have to do that," he said quietly. "I know," Ava replied, "but sometimes doing something small can change more than we think." He smiled sadly. "You sound like someone who never missed a birthday." Ava looked out the window. "Actually, I missed all of them. My parents were too busy running a business." That made him pause. "Guess we're both trying to do better." She leaned back. "Tell me about Lily," he brightened. "She loves fairy tales. Thinks every problem can be fixed with a wish." Ava smiled softly. Maybe she's right. Ava had an idea. She offered to stop by their place later. Not to deliver charity, but to deliver the cake. Ethan resisted at first, but she assured him, "It's just cake and kindness." That night, Ava arrived with the cake, candles, and even a few small gifts she picked up on her way. When Lily opened the door, she gasped, "Daddy, it's my cake!" The look on Ethan's face said it all. Gratitude, shock, love. They sang, laughed, and even Ava joined in when Lily made her wear a paper crown. For the first time in years, Ava felt something she hadn't felt in forever. Warmth that money couldn't buy. After Lily went to sleep, Ethan said, "You didn't have to do all this. You're different." Ava smiled. "I didn't do it for you. I did it for me. You reminded me what matters." He looked at her curiously. "And what's that? People. Not profit," he chuckled softly. "You sound like you mean it." "I do," she said, watching snow fall outside the small apartment window. 2 weeks later, Ethan received a letter. It was from Ava's company, an offer for a full-time management job. She'd remembered he mentioned working part-time between jobs. At the bottom, a note read, "You showed me what strength looks like. Let's build something better, together." Tears welled in his eyes. Months later, the bakery had a new regular, a little girl named Lily who always waved at the cashier. Ava stopped by one morning, and Ethan greeted her with a smile. He handed her a cupcake with pink frosting. "From Lily. She said you're the fairy godmother." Ava laughed softly. "Tell her I'll keep earning that title." Narrator. Kindness doesn't ask who deserves it. It simply gives, and in giving, it heals both sides. Camera pans out through the bakery window, Lily laughing inside, Ava smiling quietly, and snow drifting across the street.